Welcome to this fabulous Tuesday, April 28th, 2026, on Talented Universe on the NDB Media Network. I'd like to thank everyone for visiting us today. And oh, there we go. I was kind of unhighlighted there. But anyway, doesn't matter. But I'd like to introduce my co-host first. Marcia, how are you doing today?
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is where you are. Yeah, thank you. I am so happy to be here today with our very special guest, Emma Prescott. Hi, Emma.
Woo!
Actress, writer, producer, model. I mean, you're doing it all.
I'm trying.
And Michael knows I'd love to go back, jump into the Wayback Machine. I've got my Mr. Peabody and Sherman up here, and there they are. And they put a coin in the Wayback Machine. So let's go back in your Wayback Machine, which is so interesting because you're LA born and raised, right?
Yes, I was born and raised. Lived here for 23 years, and then moved to Florida for a little while, and I'm back now.
Yeah, we were talking in the green room about your visits to Florida.
Yes,
and I'm currently in Northeast Florida, but and so it's so different. Even though Florida and California are warm climates, very different as far as the industry is concerned.
Yeah, they're unfortunately at this time there's not a lot going on in Florida as far as acting wise. So that's what kind of brought me back to LA. Was things started picking up for me at the end of last year, and I said, I need to be back where all the productions are so I can hop on a set the next day. Whereas when you're in Florida and you book something next day, now you're talking about a 5-hour flight, $500+ to get there. It becomes really complicated. So I would rather be a 20-minute drive away from a set at any given time.
Even if it's in LA traffic, huh?
Yes. What's supposed to be 20 minutes turning into 2 hours.
Right.
Yes, we know all about that, don't we, Marcia?
Yeah. But going in your web, because you started when you were so young, maybe 5 years old or so. How did that happen that you got started so young?
So I was actually 18 months old. My mom took my oldest brother, who was 8 at the time, to a modeling agency, which was Ford Models, when they still had their youth division. I don't think they have a youth division anymore. And she took him to go get a modeling agent. And unfortunately, they said, hey, we're not interested in signing your son, but we're interested in signing your 18-month-old daughter, who she was holding in her arms. So they signed me as a baby model, and I did a lot of that. I did like Mattel toys and a bunch of other companies, Macy's, H&M, Disney. I was doing really well. And then around 5, my parents said, hey, she's doing great. Let's see about getting her a commercial agent. And we went to what was at the time Abrams Artists. They signed me commercially, and then the theatrical agent saw me walking out and was like, hey, can we talk to your daughter for a few minutes? And my parents were like, sure, go for it. She talked to me, and then they wanted to sign me, and it kind of just started there. I started auditioning right away, booked my first movie after about 5 months of auditioning, and I kind of fell in love with it as a kid and never stopped.
What was can you remember your first memory of actually being on set? Do you have a clear?
Yeah, I remember being on set. It was the first movie I did, which was Must Love Dogs with Diane Lane and John Cusack.
Yes.
And one of the scenes I had to do was I had to give a kid a bloody nose. So I was playing with like these sticks, and it was like a jumping stick thing. And he tries to run over and grab it from me, and then I lift up the stick and it whacks him in the nose. And I remember filming that very clearly because it was like a stunt, so I'm this little 5-year-old having to do a stunt. And we did it great. But that was really fun. And I think it was just that joy of being on set that really drew me into it.
Mm-hmm. And you've done quite a few TV shows, and I've seen you in several things. It's really fascinating when you've seen something and then you go back and you say, "Oh, wait a minute, let me go back and remember seeing you."
Yeah, I'll occasionally get a DM from someone saying, "Hey, were you in this like when you were a kid?" And I'll go, "Yeah, that was me." And it happened just the other day. Someone messaged me, "Were you in this? Were you in Entourage?" And I was like, "Yep, that's me." I was 7.
And as a child, you played several very emotional, where you had to be emotional. How do you come to that at such a young age?
You know, it's interesting. I've been very lucky to have a childhood and a family that was very supportive of me, and I didn't have a lot of things in my life that would have really caused that emotion at a young age. So I really commend my parents. Like my dad coached me a lot on how to get emotions out. And so I think it was really on him helping me find those moments and channel the emotion. He would always show me reference shows or clips from movies to draw that out. I grew up watching TV shows and movies with him. And I think when we would do auditions or I would go on set, he'd always go, let me show you a clip from this show. I can't show you the whole show yet. You're not old enough. It's not appropriate. But I can show you this clip and hopefully you can draw from that. And as I got older, you know, life hits you, you get more experience. And so now I have my own personal experiences to draw on. But as a kid, it was a lot of just watching and learning and being taught.
I remember seeing you in Grey's Anatomy with John Billingsley.
Yes.
And and once he's got this thing shard of something in his leg and
yeah, that was my first experience seeing like crazy prosthetics, and it was wild. They didn't let any of us see it until we got to set because they wanted the actual reaction. So I remember when we went to do the take, I was like, oh, that's actually disgusting. Yeah.
And that's disgusting. So they got the reaction that they were looking for.
Yes, definitely, from all of us.
Yeah. And so as you progressed and got a little older, when was your first, what you would call, mature role that you think?
That's a good question. I did a student film, and it was a thesis film for Chapman when I was about, I would say I was 12. And that one was really emotional because it was about a girl who got into an accident. She went into a coma and she was kind of living in this dream world. And the whole premise is her parents are on the outside trying to draw her back from the coma, and her sister is on the inside trying to keep her in the coma because her sister had passed away. So it was very emotionally trying role for someone at that age, because it was having to deal with the do I stay with my sister, stay in this coma and love her, or do I leave her behind and finally let her go and go back to my parents? And I remember filming that, and there was a lot of emotion, a lot of crying. And it was challenging, but I loved filming it.
Wow, that just sounds very challenging. I have to look that up because that's my kind of thing to watch.
Yeah, it's called Mind Machine.
Mind Machine. I actually did see that listed on your resume. I'll have to make sure and watch that. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to get to the crazy vertical stuff in a little bit.
The juices.
And you were telling me off air that you've done approximately 10 verticals so far.
Yes,
not all have been released, right?
No, only a couple of them have been released so far. The rest of them are going to be coming out in the next couple months.
Wow.
Well, that's exciting. Now, when after you did your first one, you might have been shell shocked a little bit because you had done other productions, and verticals are kind of a little different than a lot of the other productions.
Mhm.
After you did it and your friends or family asked you what you did, what did you tell them?
Um,
Did
so
you lie? Did you
no,
omit things or what?
so I was very lucky. My first one was a Christmas one in November that I filmed. That was my very first vertical, and I told them I basically was in a soap opera for your phone.
There you very, very quick and
Yeah.
yeah.
And I was lucky. My role was like the sister of the billionaire. I was the only character who was actually sane in that project. Everyone else
was crazy?
Yeah, like everyone else was just delusional. And I at one point in it literally look at my brother and go, "These are the people you've been fighting for your whole life? Like this makes no sense." And so I think I got really lucky that my first vertical was pretty tame for my character. I didn't have a lot I had to do. There was no crazy stunts, just a few slaps. And
you did have a few slaps though, yeah. Okay.
I did. Yes, I had a double slap actually.
Ooh, yeah.
And yeah, and I think I got lucky with the cast and crew on that as well because everyone was really awesome, and so far I haven't had a bad experience on a vertical. So
yay.
No, that's good. That's
yes.
good. Yeah, and hopefully not at all.
Hopefully never.
So far, have all of these been filmed in LA so far that you've done, or have you had to go other places?
I went to Canada for one, my second one. So I finished filming the Christmas one, and a week later I booked this one in Canada, which was kind of a whirlwind for me. And they booked me, and the next day I was on a flight to Vancouver, and I filmed that. I was the lead in that production. It was your trope of the abusive husband, and then the guy comes in and saves her. And what's so funny for me is that both the leads, the male leads in that, are now two of my closest friends. The guy who played my abusive husband is actually one of my best friends of all time now. He came down and visited me for a while. We always read auditions with each other. And so it was such a great experience. Vancouver's beautiful. I was very lucky to go up there to film that one.
Well, that's great. I mean, it's good having, we were talking offline that you have met some good friends now in these few verticals that you have done.
Yeah.
What is it like when you don't know they're going to be on a project and you see them in another project? Are you excited?
Always.
Are you mad at them because they didn't tell you they were going to be there? Or, you
don't really know who's going to be on set until a couple days before. Like when you get the call sheet the day before your set, that's when you really see who was cast. You're not really told unless you do like a chemistry read or you do a table, a Zoom table read or anything. You have no idea. That happened to me last week. I booked a vertical and I was playing the antagonistic sister. I had no idea who my sister was going to be. And then we got the call sheet email, and I saw it was a very good friend of mine who I've known for a few months now. From actually a vertical event. I met her at a vertical event.
Oh, at a vertical event. Okay.
Yeah. And we saw each other on set and ran into each other's arms and gave each other a huge hug. And everyone was kind of looking around like, what is going on? Because they didn't know we knew each other. So it's always awesome to get to work with someone again, especially when you really love them or enjoy working with them.
I can just imagine. Also, what has been your most memorable moment so far on set, either a vertical or some of your other projects?
Ooh, I would say I can't talk too much about the vertical because it is a little bit of like a secret vertical.
Oh, that's fine. We don't want you to forget my question then, unless
no. I can say what the memorable thing was.
Okay.
I just want the details.
Okay, so, no problem.
I got to do some really intense stunts, really fun fighting scenes in a vertical I wrapped in March. And for me, that was one of the most memorable moments I had, because it was like 8 hours of just fighting and screaming and yelling. And at the end of the day, I lost my voice. I was so sore, but every moment of it, I was energized. I had so much fun. And, you know, that's physically tolling and exhausting, but I didn't feel tired at all.
You were having too much fun, huh?
Oh, it was a great time.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
that's the best thing to have.
Mhm.
On that note, how many times have you broken character because someone said something on set that just got you off?
You know, it does happen. I try my best to stay in character, but I will say I just worked with Shay Danae. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but on the last set we just worked on, and he is a goofball. He is so funny. So I don't think I've broken character more than being on set with him, because it was just like you never knew what he was going to say. And you never knew what he was going to throw at you. But it wasn't just me. It was like everyone else was also breaking character. And at one point we were like, okay, guys, we have to lock in. We have to get it together because we got to get through this day. So I would say on set, it happens like once or twice each set, because someone says something or something happens that breaks it. But it kind of depends on who you're working with.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah.
Just like push your buttons in a good way.
Now you said that you'd been to a vertical event. Did you do the convention or did you do a meet and greet? What did you do?
It was like a little it was like a vertical wrap party for a bunch of people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to get together and just network and enjoy being around each other, the actors, producers, casting. I haven't been to the convention yet, but I do want to go to that as well and get an opportunity to really like open up the world to all the people involved.
Yeah, Marcia and I just did a panel at WonderCon.
Oh, how was that?
It was wonderful. I mean, it was a little crazy. I mean, I had I had a whole plan about what I was going to do at the panel, and Marcia had warned all the actors of what I was going to do, and it all was based on, I assumed that most of the audience had never knew what a vertical was. So I was going to show them. We were going to do like an impromptu little vertical skit, and so my first question was to the audience: how many people know what a vertical is and have seen one? 85% of the people raised their hand.
Wow.
So I had to change my entire plan on the fly. And it worked out fine. But I told Marcia when I got back, and I said, Marcia, you will not believe this. 85% of the audience knew what a vertical was. I did not expect that at all.
Wow.
Because this was the first time it had been in a large genre, not just vertical, and so I expected people just came in and were curious, but 85% of them knew what it was. So it's like, wow.
It's honestly such a growing world. I mean, the amount of people who are like, oh yeah, I know what those are. Oh, I see those all the time on my Instagram. And it's really, it's 3 years ago. No one knew.
No one knew. I didn't know 2 years ago. So
yeah, I didn't know like a year ago. I just started these in November. So
yeah.
This is a new world for me.
Yeah. And they're bigger than they ever were. I mean, when I started, because it was October of 2024 is when I found them. And it took me until February of 2025 to get my first guest because everybody was busy.
Yeah.
And seemed to be, at that time, it seemed to be a very restrictive number of people because I kept running across the same people all the time. But now, at the time, I told my co-host at the time, I said, I'll be done with this vertical thing in 2 months. I'll go through everybody. And it has been 16 months almost.
Wow.
And we're just getting started.
It's just ever growing. I mean, I'm meeting
Yeah.
more people who are doing their first verticals. A couple people on the last set were saying that it was their first vertical. And I think it's that snowball effect where now it's growing. So everyone's like, oh, let me see what this is about. And people are working and we're able to pay our bills as actors, which is
that's what a lot of them have said that have been on. It's like they've never been able to do that before. And they are really happy that they can pay their bills and they can concentrate on acting and not waiting tables.
It's so nice. Having been in this industry for 23 years, I'm so grateful to be able to actually say I work practically full time now as an actor because of this world. Without it, I mean, I was doing a few auditions a month maybe, and it's just a very different feeling now.
Yeah, I know it is very different. In your limited time, this will be my last one. I'm going to go back to Marcia. Yeah. In your limited time, what has been your favorite genre of vertical to do? And a second part of the question, is there a genre that you haven't seen yet or you haven't participated in that you would like to do or see have done?
Yeah, oh goodness. I like to dive into all the genres. I would say I've done a couple that were a little bit more sci-fi leaning or a little more story driven in that way. And I really enjoy those. As a writer myself, I enjoy the stories that are really meaty and have like a good arc to them. So I would say anything with that sci-fi feeling is very much my cup of tea. I'm a big nerd, so
join the club here. You know?
Yes. So anything for me that's nerdy, it's fun. I would say one that I haven't done yet. I haven't seen like a ton of them, but anything with that like period piece theme where it's like more Renaissance or more medieval.
The gowns, the outfits,
I would love to do like a Pride and Prejudice type of vertical. That would be really cool. I think that would be like a dream role for me, would be something in that realm. If I could do a British accent, I mean, I can do a British accent, but if I could have a role where I had to have a British accent, I would love to do that.
So in the sci-fi genre, do you have shows, movies, series that you really like?
Oh,
or is it just everything?
Oh no, I'm a big like Lord of the Rings fan. I'm a big Doctor Who fan. I'm
writing this down, you see.
Yeah, I'm a big Battlestar Galactica fan.
Oh, that's bad. Okay. I'll tell somebody. No, why I'm telling you this is because we had to put it off last year. We were going to do a retrospect review of the new version of Battlestar Galactica.
Oh.
And I'll keep you in mind if we do decide to go ahead with that.
Sure.
And let you know if you would be interested. But yeah, we do all these kind of crazy things like that.
I love that. Yeah. My dad, like I said, I grew up watching shows with my dad, and he was a big sci-fi nerd. He loved Star Trek. And so he was always the one showing me shows. We watched Battlestar Galactica.
Did he make you look at Star Trek, or did you not?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Graphics have not aged super well, but it's still fun.
The remastered is better.
Is there a remaster?
There's a remaster of the original Star Trek.
Okay, well then.
And it changed it all. I mean, I was very happy when they did that, because I agreed the graphics just did not hold up. But when they redid them, and I mean, it was like, oh, okay, this is more like, I was happy with it.
I'll have to check that out.
Check that out.
If I finally watched the whole thing.
Yeah, well, there you go. I assume Star Wars then is a biggie for you.
Yes, of course. Star Wars, big fan.
Do you keep up with the Disney new stuff, or you just like the originals movies?
No, I do. I've watched like The Mandalorian. my best friends and their husbands are way more on top
Into
of
it.
every
Okay.
single thing. I would say I'm more that way with like Doctor Who and those shows. Yeah.
Yeah. So have you seen the new, and Marcia knows why I'm asking this, have you seen the new cartoon that Disney has out, Maul, Shadow Lord?
I haven't, but I heard that it was pretty good.
We're reviewing that one
Okay.
right now. So
Okay.
tomorrow night is our review of episode 7 and 8. So
Oh,
if by some weird chance you get up to 7 and 8 and you'd like to be on our show, it'd be tomorrow at noon your time. You're welcome to come on. I have several other vertical actors that are part of our panel.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah,
I'll check
so
it out.
it's kind of cool. But I'm going to go to Marcia. I promised her like 5 minutes ago I'd go back to her.
Yes.
So, yeah,
promises,
so she's mad at me
promises,
now.
Michael.
I
Promises.
know.
Well, tagging on to your interest in period pieces, on your Instagram, I saw you in Ren Fair garb.
Yes.
So tell me about that interest. Was that a personal foray
That was a personal thing. I went back in October, November with my sister-in-law. We went to Ren Fair together out in Texas, which was amazing, and it was a pirate themed thing. It's funny you bring that up. I went to Ren Fair this weekend as well out here, and it was very fun. It wasn't as well put together as the one in Texas, because the one in Texas is like a permanent installation for everything. But I don't know, any excuse to like dress up and play a character as an actor, it's just fun for me. So I'd love to do a Renaissance.
Yeah. I don't know if you've heard of the SCA, the Society for Creative Anachronism, where people actually develop their own persona and go to events such as a Ren Fair, but even more so, Ren Fair on steroids, sort of, where you spend the weekend as your persona. So you would dress like that for the whole weekend, and you'd be whatever your character is, and you eat in the style, sleep in the style. It's interesting.
Oh, that's wild. I'll check that out. That would be fun to check out, honestly.
I could definitely see you in a period piece. I love things like Pride and Prejudice and that whole so did you watch Downton Abbey? Were you into that kind of or the Gilded Age?
Love that. I haven't watched Gilded Age, but Downton Abbey, obviously Bridgerton is very fun. Like Bridgerton is basically a vertical when you really look at it, like as far as the type of story.
Yes.
It's essentially a similar story.
Yes.
So I think something like that would be really cool to see in the vertical world.
Yeah. And another vertical that you did, it's I thought it was going to be a Christmas story based on the title, but it really wasn't. That was Love, Lies, and Christmas.
That was my first vertical.
I thought that's what you were talking about when you were.
Yep.
Because Riley Nottingham was in that one.
Yeah, I love Riley. Absolutely love Riley. He is such a joy to work with. He's so good at like bringing the vertical world together. He does a lot of fun things with the actors, and he's so talented. So I was very lucky. Like I said, I was very lucky to have that be my first vertical and work with someone who had been in the world for so long.
And so he had to get rid of his accent.
Yes. I didn't even know until like the last day we were on set that he was from Australia. I had no idea.
That is too.
He's good. Yeah.
And then he made a joke, and I about being Australian, and I was like, oh, that's so funny. You're not from Australia, and he's like, no, I am. Like, what?
So he gets a gold star for fooling everybody.
Yeah, he's so good at it. He's so good at it. And then I went to an event and saw him, and it was full blown Australian, and I just went, okay, I believe you now.
Yeah.
I still have my doubts.
Yeah, and I'd love to delve into some of your writing projects. I saw that Not So Alone is one of your projects. Can you tell us something about?
Yeah, that one. So that was actually the very first full-length feature film script I wrote. I can't get too much into the story, but I can say it is a rom-com. It is very fun, and it does deal with some social struggles that people deal with in relationships. And I submitted that to a bunch of festivals as a script, and it ended up winning, I think, 6 awards, and then actually winning, and then won a lot of
congratulations.
And
That's got to be so exciting for your really first. I mean, that's amazing.
Thank you. It was shocking, honestly, because I had never submitted anything to a festival before. And I just said, you know what, let's just see what happens. And it was the first one I submitted to. It won best comedy screenplay and best screenplay. And I was like, oh, okay, this has to be a fluke. And then it kept winning other ones at other festivals. And I was like, oh, people actually like this script. Okay, good.
And people who know what they're doing, know what they're watching. So people are trying to be nice.
Yeah. So I ended up writing another feature after that, which also has won a couple of awards so far. I wrote that back in October, and it was an idea that my brother had actually given me. So I have him as the what is it, the story by or idea by this my lovely brother, and we won an award, and he got a trophy for it, and it was very cool.
Is that code 143 or?
It's code 143. Yeah. It also deals with some things we're struggling with AI. So.
Oh yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we could talk about that for like 7 hours. But so is your take then to kind of move behind the scenes or do both, or what are you looking for?
Yeah, I love writing. Actually, on the project I worked on in Canada, I was very lucky that we did the table read, and there were a few scenes that just weren't flowing quite right. And I looked at the producer and I said, hey, will you give me the night? Can I rewrite these scenes and just see if you like them? And she was amazing. And she said, yes, of course, go for it. We can play with it. And I went back that night, I rewrote the scenes and gave them to her, and they ended up being her favorite scenes of the production. And they were very, very wonderful, very emotional, and I'm really excited to see them and how they play out. But my ultimate goal is to act and then write and produce my own projects. And then one day when I have a family and I have kids and I'm raising my kids, I just would love to be in a writer's room where I can, have a show that I'm working on consistently.
Well, you're well on your way, and plus you've already made inroads into that world as far as the horizontal world too. So
Thank you.
That. Yeah. And we were talking before about some of your interests and talents outside of work, which include something that may someday appear in a vertical, your figure skate.
Yeah. Yes, I did competitive figure skating as a kid. I used to be able to do lots of tricks and jumps and all that fun stuff. It's been a while since I've done those, but I can still skate really fast. I don't fall on my butt, and I can do a few little tricks. So I'm hoping there's been a lot of those skating verticals that have been being cast, and I'm hoping to get one of those so I can be back on the ice and have fun with it.
And do you watch Olympic skating and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I love watching it. I mean, those people are amazing. They are way better than anything I ever did, but they are just, it's an art. It's a beautiful art. So.
And opera. Do you sing opera?
I trained in opera a bit. Yeah. So I'm still doing lessons. I'm still training because I do. My dream role of all time would be Christine Daae in Phantom of the Opera.
Oh my gosh, that's a challenge.
Yeah. So that is my ultimate goal, is to play that character, and so I'm working at getting my voice to that level.
Have you ever been to New York City?
many
Wait a minute.
times.
That's right. We talked about that.
Mhm. Yeah, many times. A lot of Broadway shows. I grew up watching Broadway and going to theater, and I absolutely love going to theater shows.
Have you seen Phantom of the Opera in
3
live?
times. Yeah, 3 times. I love it.
You have to stop yourself from singing.
I know you're like, don't ruin the show for everyone else. I'll save it for when I'm in the car by myself.
People turn around and say, "Can she shut up, please?"
Yes, I know. I try to be good. I try to be quiet because I don't want to be that person who gets kicked out.
And one other interesting note I saw is that you are proficient at or like animal handling.
Yeah, so I did competitive dog handling for 5 years from the age of 13 to 18. I was the #1 terrier junior handler in the country for a little while.
Wow.
And I did that every weekend for like 3 years straight. So I love animals. I learned how to train dogs. I learned how to show them. And yeah, I got out of it at 18 because that's when you age out of the junior handling competition. And that was it. It was a fun game, and I got to spend a lot of time with dogs.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, guys, I told you she's like this Renaissance woman.
Especially in Texas, right?
Yes, when I go to Texas and get to go to the Ren Fair. Exactly.
And then I saw the most interesting photograph of you where you had all this paint, and you were painting, and it was on you. It was on the. Tell me about that shoot. Was that a shoot?
Yeah, so that was just a fun photo shoot. I do painting. A Renaissance woman. My family runs art schools, and I learned how to paint like the Renaissance artists. So a very good friend of mine named Will, he's a photographer, and his Instagram is Will Has Been Here. He's amazing. He wanted to do a fun shoot, and I said, well, why don't I paint on myself, and let's just have some fun and mess around with it. And so that's where that came from. We used to do a lot of photo shoots together when I was out in Florida. Yeah.
So that was actual paint. That wasn't like AI or anything.
No. That was me in a bodysuit, just going for it. And we just went, all right, let's just start. And I just painted all over myself, and it was a lot to wash off. It took me quite a while.
Actually, I could see that as a photograph to be sold. It has a lot of meaning to it that people can interpret. And so, very talented photographer there.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's a really wonderful photographer. And we had a lot of fun. And for me, I used those images a lot when I was selling my art. That was like my main photos I used as promotional. I'm an artist, and I'm
because it's you and fantasy at the same time. And I like that a lot. Yeah. And are you able to watch all of your projects? You've done so many. How many of your completed, especially verticals, are you able to actually see?
I've got the opportunity to watch all of the ones that have been released that I've been in so far. And like I said, a few of the other ones are going to be coming out this month. I'm pretty sure one is being released tomorrow. I have to confirm that. And then, I've been really lucky to get to see all of them. The one I just wrapped on, we were talking about the whole cast and crew doing a little watch party when it comes out. We had so much fun together. It was such an amazing dynamic on set. So we wanted to get together and celebrate it. And it's I like to see it because not only is it fun to see what got put together, but it's also fun to see how I can improve as an actor and look at it and go, okay, well, I stood kind of weird here. Let me see how I can fix that in a future project. And it can be uncomfortable, but I think it's something every actor should be able to do, is watch their own work.
The verticals especially are done at such a fast pace. I'm always fascinated by the ability of actors to change that fast, frankly.
Yeah, it's exhausting. I mean, my first day ever on a vertical, which was Love Lies and Christmas Surprise. I had 8 costume changes.
Oh man.
And a flashback scene where they gave me bangs.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea what I was getting into. That was the most I've ever had to change on a set. Every other thing has been like 1 or 2 changes, but for whatever reason that day they're like 8.
Wow.
Yeah. Makeup, hair, everything.
And so totally different from what you had been used to. The slower pace, the ability to kind of delve into a role and think about it. So how do you work that fast to get your character going?
You know, I think it's a matter of reading through the script, just kind of building out the character in your head of what is their goal, what's their motivation, and then seeing how to play it out in each scene. And some scenes are, you know, short and sweet, and there's not a lot you can do there, and you just do your best. And other scenes, when you have more of that meat to play, you know, to build on, then it's fun to see that arc in every scene that you do. Because that's the thing with verticals, is every episode is its own little arc. It goes through act 1, act 2, act 3 in every single episode. So it's finding those moments that build up that momentum and then create that cliffhanger. And it's a fun time.
Mm-hmm. And before I turn it back to Michael, I have to ask one of my fun questions. Is there are so many vertical shows, experiences now in America and worldwide, really. There's, you know, Survivor, cooking shows, dancing competition shows, singing. So if you, Emma Prescott, had to be on
I'm a reality show person, so this is the perfect question for me. I would love to be on The Traitors.
Oh, see, a couple of people have said that.
Yeah.
That for me, either The Traitors or The Mole would be my 2 favorite shows to be on. I got my dad into The Traitors, so he and I have like watch parties whenever it comes out, and I've always said that's the show I want to be on one day.
You hear, casting people? She wants to be on.
I did apply. Me and my Canadian bestie, Marcus Kelly Curtis. We both applied. His video was hilarious. And yeah, there he is. That's my Canadian bestie right there. We both applied to be on Traitors, and I was hoping that we'd both get on there together and just cause chaos.
Okay. So that tells us a lot more about Emma.
Oh yeah.
Well, you don't want to go on there and be a faithful? Come on. Right. You want to go on there and be a traitor.
There you go. That's great. Well, thank you.
No, you're a faithful. You're a faithful for sure.
That would be totally fun. See, now I'm gonna when I watch it again, I'm gonna imagine you being on there.
Yes, please. One day, that's the dream.
One day it'll come true.
Yeah.
She's a devil in disguise. Don't let her smell. You know me too well, Marky.
But thank you so much for being with us. I mean, it's such a delight. And hopefully, I would love to learn more about the projects that you have coming out. Maybe tomorrow you have something coming out, and the next day. So yeah, we'd love to have that.
We have to come back on here when we got more of those out, so we can.
Yeah,
I love that. And in closing, Marcus has something else to tell us.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Yes.
She's a devil in disguise. Don't let her smile fool you.
Isn't that a song?
Well, if it isn't, it should be.
Oh, Marky, I'll be hopping on Zoom with you soon.
Uh-huh.
We're we're on Zoom together basically every day doing auditions because we read for each other. So
well, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's like our full-time job. We
did you meet him on your shoot when you first went up to Canada?
Yes, he was my abusive husband.
Oh, he was the abusive husband. Oh,
Yeah.
well, we've heard all about you,
Yes.
Marcus. Yes. Uh-huh.
That shoot
Yeah,
was
we were hearing it before we went on air. So, yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, it was a wonderful, wonderful shoot. We all became so close on that shoot.
Well, that is great. But honestly, Emma, we would love to have you back on
Yes,
when a few more of your new ones come out and we can go into more detail. And if you want to bring Marcus on with you once and have a good time, we'd love to have you both on.
Now you're asking for trouble. I know he would love that, wouldn't you, Marky?
Super fun.
Yeah, this has been great. Thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to the next one.
Well, we really enjoyed this, you know,
Yes.
and as I said, we're going. Oh, here he said, "I'd love to try." Great.
Excellent.
So Emma, that is your homework assignment.
Okay,
Is to figure out when you both are free and we're free and we can do this.
Yes.
beautiful. We will do that.
Yeah. So everyone take care. This was really exciting. To everybody out there, we've got actually somebody else that Emma may know is coming on our show on Thursday, I believe, if I recall correctly. And that is Isaac Turner. Do you know Isaac?
I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought maybe you might know him. I think he does verticals in the UK. So
Okay.
So he'll be on with us. He'll be on with us then on April 30th. So that's going to be exciting too. And then just in the future, May 5th, Dominique Rose will be with us. So those are the ones that I have already scheduled, but we've got more coming up. So such as Emma and Marcus.
Yes.
So everyone take care. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Emma.
Bye.